Hello, my friends. This is Dr. Vikram Chauhan from Planet Ayurveda, India. And I'm so glad and happy and feel so honored and blessed to be in front of you, all of you from different countries. I would like my colleagues from Latvia, from Russia, and Baltic region to help me and translate this presentation for me to the participants.
I want to thank Dr. Vikram for this opportunity to communicate directly with him. It was good surprise for us. It was huge interest from our colleagues, our partners, from our clients, that we are in doubt, is it enough room for this event? Our limitation for now is 100 people. So let's see in the end of the day what is the outcome. So this is the first seminar. It's a series of seminars we're planning with Dr. Vikram once in a month, especially during this winter season. It's very important to care about yourself, to use the natural resources and the wisdom of Ayurveda. And from such a big expert as Dr. Vikram is the global expert. I am not exaggerated, it's real. And the founder and the main physician at the clinic of Planet Ayurveda in India. And he will share his practical knowledge because after 25 years of extensive practice and seeing the patient and seeing the results, I believe he is the one of the few experts in the world who can share the real results of the implementation and use of Ayurveda. So today, this week, we are celebrating 10 years of Planet Ayurveda in Baltic region. Baltic region, we unite not only Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia, but also the Sweden, the Finland, the Norway, even the Germany. I need to mention also the Poland. And all these countries has our presence in one way or another. Somewhere we start growing, somewhere we already provide our products and services. We're glad to have several specialists who already work with the Planet Ayurveda products in Germany. Most of them are Russian speaking for now. That's why the conference like this, where we can use two languages, is very important to cover as much as possible specialists in our Ayurveda field. So that's it from me, and I give the word to Dr. Vikram Chauhan, and you can see the presentation about today's topics, the high blood pressure and the cholesterol. So, Dr. Vikram, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Alexander, for the introduction. I am based in Chandigarh, north of New Delhi in India. I was born and brought up here. I grew here, and it is a town, modern town near Himalayan region. And I studied Ayurveda, and while studying Ayurveda, I was finding that the herbs and the natural lifestyle is actually curing the problem. It is actually addressing the diseases from the root. And that's why I thought that this beautiful science of Ayurveda, Ayur and Veda means knowledge of life or science of life. So it should spread all over the planet. So I decided that I should have something which connects the whole planet and helps to maintain the health of every individual living on this planet. So that's why I launched this company, Planet Ayurveda, with this brand. We are present in different countries, and I want to involve myself directly and connect myself directly with the people so that I can guide them, I can tell them how Ayurveda works, how lifestyle changes can affect your health, how you can regain your health without any intervention of modern technological drugs or any medicines. You can still live a healthy life up to 100 years. So medicine free living is what I believe in. So if you follow Ayurvedic principles, definitely we can achieve this goal of medicine free living. So are you going to translate or I should continue speaking,
You speak
Alex?
in your tempo because translation is synchronized for Russian listeners. So no need to stop. Just
Or
speak, maybe
thank
not too fast.
yeah, this is a good good utilization of technology. He has found that I can speak without interference, and I can speak on my own without the break. So I was talking about Ayurveda, Planet Ayurveda and Ayurveda. So this new diseases they are coming up like infectious diseases like COVID, which came. It affected us all in the mind, in the body, and in social systems also. But today's topic, coming back to today's topic, is blood pressure and cholesterol. Blood pressure, as the name says, the pressure in the blood. Whenever we the pressure, the normal pressure is increased in the blood, it is called blood pressure. And it is so common that everybody in our household, they have become used to it, that it is some kind of normal thing. If you ask somebody, are you healthy, everybody will say, yes, I am healthy, but I have blood pressure and diabetes and cholesterol. So the definition of health is changing nowadays in 21st century, that everybody who suffers from blood pressure or diabetes or thyroid or sugar, he still considers himself healthy, which is not natural. So these are the diseases called metabolic syndrome, which is affecting our lifestyles nowadays, and everybody is suffering from these lifestyle problems. So these are highly reversible. These are very much curable with lifestyle modification and without the need of any pills or any drugs, just by a little bit modification in your dietary habits, in your lifestyle. Ayurveda says we are connected with the universe, we are part of the universe. The universe is made up of five elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. So, these earth, water, fire, air, and space, these five elements, and when we put soul in those five elements, it becomes life or living being. So these five elements, the which are making the whole universe, when we add some soul into these five elements, it becomes life. So when we are connected with the universe, we are also affected with the universal energies. The sun affects us, the wind affects us, the earth and water affects us. If you go to a beach, you feel abundant happiness. Why it is so? Because there is a lot of water, lot of air, lot of earth, lot of fire, the sun is there, and a lot of space is there. So that makes you happy. So that is it connects you with the universal energies. So what we are doing nowadays, we are not connecting with the universal energies. We are just uh, sitting in the homes, not exercising, not eating good food, just blaming each other, complaining about life, complaining about so many things in life, and that is affecting our hormones. So, blood pressure, is caused mainly by our thoughts, mainly by our thoughts. There is primary or essential hypertension or secondary hypertension. Secondary is due to some other causes like tumors or problem in the kidneys. That is secondary hypertension or secondary blood pressure. But mainly, most of the people, when they talk about blood pressure, it is the primary hypertension. And they say it is happening because of the aging process. But it is not. Aging is there, but what we are doing, what we are putting in our arteries. So just imagine pipelines. These are our arteries. Whenever they lose the flexibility or the ability to control the flow, the pressure inside the pipes, it increases. That is called blood pressure. Normal blood pressure is 120 by 80 mm of mercury, that is 120 by 80 mm of Hg. So this is the normal pressure. But when it rises, it is called hypertension, or when the arteries they lose their flexibility, when they become stiff, and the age of the man is known by the age of the arteries. So these arteries they are all over the body, inside the brain, in every other organ, in our eyes, in our kidneys, in our heart, in our liver, all small organs, they are being supplied by the arteries. So whenever these arteries they get stiff with age, they get stiff with the free radicals, they get stiff with the anger, they get stiff with the junk food, fast food, and all the nonsense food which we are eating nowadays. And when we are staying away from the sunlight, when we are not sleeping in time, these are the causes. When somebody else is controlling your emotions, when somebody yells at you or somebody blames you, you yell back at him, and you are not having the enough tolerance or to control your emotions, not having enough emotional intelligence to control your thoughts or feelings, then the pressure in your blood rises. So, so this is a kind of big problem, like epidemic all over the countries, all over the world. People are struggling. So, but now coming back to how, what are the causes? Can I see the presentation? Let's go to the presentation, because if I speak without presentation, it will be too long. Yes, we start from the first. What is high blood pressure? So as I told you, if it is more than 120 by 80 millimeter of Hg, that is called blood pressure. And it is when it is in the according to Ayurveda, these five elements, earth, water, fire, air, and space, they make up three doshas or three energies. There are five elements in the universe. There are three energies made by these. They are representing these five elements in our body. This is kapha, pitta, and vata. So earth and water is kapha, fire is pitta, air and space is vata. So vata, pitta, and kapha, these are the terminologies given to these three energies in Ayurveda, vata, pitta, and kapha, and they are the energies which are representing the five elements. So whenever there is too much vata, which vata is, you can say, air element, when there is too much of air element which goes into the blood and starts pushing it alongside the arteries, that is, then it causes the raktagat vata, means air in the blood. So that increases the blood pressure. So what are the causes of increased vata? Anxiety, panic, fear, anger, hatred, jealousy. These are actually causing, and lack of sleep, long traveling. These are the lifestyle issues which we are facing nowadays. That is the cause of vata imbalance in the body, and that is leading to blood pressure. Next slide, please. So another topic is cholesterol. So now cholesterol is a molecule made from fats. So when we consume a lot of fats and when we don't move much, so it is collecting in our blood. Just imagine it like a cheesy, greasy thing in your blood. So when it is too much, when you consume too much of fats, consume too much of dairy products, when you consume too much of animal products, then the cholesterol starts to rise in the blood, and the liver is not able to metabolize. When the fire is not able to cook or convert the fat into energy, then the fat accumulates in the liver. That causes fatty liver. So once you are taking too many calories, too much fat, and not exercising, then the fat accumulates in your liver, and that is called fatty liver. And it starts to spill out in the blood. Then you see in the blood there is cholesterol, and if you give the drug to lower the cholesterol, where it goes, you can imagine where the cholesterol is going. With the drug, it is not burning, it is not converting, it is just stuffed here and there. So the intermediate metabolites of the cholesterol are formed in the body, which is called ama in Ayurveda, and that ama is the root cause of so many diseases, which are autoimmune diseases, gastrointestinal disease, colitis, and irritable bowel syndrome, gas and bloating. So everything is related with our food and not exercising, as you can see. So next slide, please. So high blood pressure and high cholesterol, both of them, they are linked together. Just imagine these pipelines, once they are clogged with the cholesterol, this high cholesterol, when it gets out of the liver, it is circulating in the blood. And once it is circulating, it is checking the arteries. It is actually a repair molecule. Whenever there is a pipe or the arteries, it is it is having a tear inside line of the artery. It is called epithelium. So epithelium is the inner lining of the artery. Whenever you Yes, whenever you drink alcohol, whenever you smoke, whenever you go out in the pollution, whenever you are angry, whenever you are stressful, whenever you eating high calorie food or junk food, and all such packaged food, the chemicals from those things, they go inside the blood, and they put a mark inside the artery. So these free radicals, which chemicals, which just go inside the artery, they make scratches inside the arteries, and these scratches, they are healed by the cholesterol. So cholesterol goes on those scratches, and cholesterol just sticks on those scratches, and it starts to fill the arteries. Slowly, slowly, the cholesterol is healing so many. If you are all the time angry, if you are all the time eating junk, if you are generating too many free radicals, if you are smoking, taking alcohol, all these parameters, you are falling into these parameters, then the cholesterol deposits, they slowly, they build up. That is called plaque. That plaque or the thrombus is built up inside the artery, and it blocks the artery, and the lumen of the artery, this empty space inside the artery, it is completely blocked. And if this artery of the heart is blocked, then it is called heart attack. So people, they are dying of heart attack because the arteries or the pipelines which are supplying our organs, they get clogged, they get blocked due to the cholesterol. And 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 if the lumen or the way of the artery, inside of the artery, is narrow, then the blood is flowing inside those arteries, then it is called high blood pressure, because previously the blood was flowing in a bigger artery, now it is flowing in a narrow artery, so then the pressure will increase. So just imagine a pipe, a plastic pipe which you are uh, giving water to your plants. Just if it is a little bit thinner, then the pressure is high. If it is very thick, the pressure inside in the pipe is low. So just similarly, when the arteries, they are blocked due to high cholesterol, the pressure inside, it increases. So this is the relation between blood pressure and cholesterol. So what is the solution? I will come to the solution also. But first of all, don't let the cholesterol deposit in your arteries because you are taking too much fats, not exercising, not converting your cholesterol, and your metabolism is slow. Next slide, please. So let's move to next slide. Here, you can see the yellow part. This yellow part, high blood pressure can damage the artery walls. So whenever there is too much pressure inside the walls, inside the artery, it is damaging. It is itself also damaging the walls, and then it is creating the place for the cholesterol to build up, and the cholesterol is getting deposited in that inner part. So that's why the arteries get blocked. Next, please. So this is, you can see the plaque build up. This is causing the blockage. So if this kind of plaque builds up in your eyes, the artery supplying the eyes, then there is problem of blindness. If the plaque builds up in the arteries of the brain, then there can be stroke. And similarly, there can be kidney failure, there can be liver issues, there can be thrombus, which can go into the brain and cause the stroke and paralysis. Similarly, heart attack. So all the organs, if they are having a very bad supply of the blood, because blood is carrying the oxygen, blood is carrying the nutrition, blood is carrying all the vitamins and energy and all the nutrients and all the minerals, and it is supplying to every single cell of our body, and it is also carrying all the toxins from the organs to the liver, to the kidneys, to the lungs, to throw them away, to the skin, to throw them away from the body. So blood is a media which is like works like a sewage system, collecting all the garbage and uh, throwing out of the body, from the urine, from the stool, from the skin, and from the respiratory system. So it is also providing nutrition to all the organs. So the arteries have to be clean. So that is the bottom line. So let's see how we can work on this. Next slide, please. Yes. So as I told you, ahara is the food. So this is the crime of intelligence which we are doing. The crime by our we know that this oily, cheesy, fried chocolates, these cakes, pastries, biscuits, all these packaged food, they are not good for our health. We know this, but everybody will agree with me that everybody knows it, but they consume it. Let me have small piece of chocolate. Let me have small piece, little bit of wine, a little bit of beer. So it is not going to harm me. The liver doesn't understand this. It is coming from your thoughts, from your mind. So there is a level of, this is mind. These are your sensory organs just below mind, which are controlled by your intelligence. So intelligence is above the mind. There are three layers: the sensory organs, the mind, and the intelligence. So when the mind is always very flying and thinking, moving around, because the sensory organs, they make him they confuse the mind. They always make him greedy or thing like that. So whenever the tongue, let me tell you what are these five sensory organs. Tongue is number one, eyes, ears, and then nose, and then skin. So these five sensory organs, they confuse the mind, and they tell him that they tell the mind, I want to, the tongue is talking. You can imagine the tongue is talking to the mind. Dr. Vikram, this is very tasty cake. This is very tasty chocolate. You can eat it because it has a lot of sugar and you will feel very happy about it. But Dr. Vikram's mind has to ask permission from the intelligence, because intelligence is above the mind. So the mind speaks to the intelligence. Oh, intelligence, can you allow me to eat this chocolate? The intelligence says no, you cannot. You cannot have it because you will have sugar or you will have blood pressure. It is packaged food, it is junk food. You listen to so many presentations that this you should not eat this, but still the mind says, oh no, no, you are so intelligent. Now the mind is talking to the intelligence, it is inciting the ego. So it is inflaming, or it is telling the intelligence that you are so intelligent, you are so high in society, you are a doctor, you know so much about medicine. Just a little bit of chocolate, no harm, just take it. So then Dr. Vikram's intelligence says, okay, then as because the false ego corrupts some intelligence. So once the false ego is there in the intelligence is covered by the ego. So once the ego comes that okay, I'm a doctor, I will just walk for extra mile, I will exercise, and then little chocolate is not going to harm me, or little salty, more salt, little bit more salt is not going to harm me, or little bit of alcohol, whiskey is not harming me, I will just drink more water. Then immediately the tongue wins the game. So this is the game played by the sensory organs with the intelligence to spoil the intelligence by inciting the ego. So this is how everybody so intelligent is still consuming such junk food which is not required. So heavy, oily, fried, cheesy, all greasy, all such foods they are consumed because of the tongue wants them. And next, please. Next presentation. Yes. So when you eat such a heavy, cheesy, greasy meals, then what happens? Then it goes into the digestive system. The system with the fire. Imagine the stomach like a pan, and when the food goes into inside the pan, there is fire under the pan is trying to cook the food which you have eaten. So it is like a plastic food which you have already taken, the dead food, the biscuit or the chips or such junk food which you already ate. The fire is trying to cook it, but there are no vitamins, no minerals, nothing useful in the food, only the dead food you ate. So the body is trying to get the energy from it, but there is no energy coming out of that food. It is giving the vitamins to digest the food. It is giving from its store minerals to digest the food, and slowly. But if it is too much oil, too much heavy meal, then it goes into the liver, and the liver asks the food, liver asks the blood, what you have brought? And the blood shows, I brought protein. No, I didn't bring any protein. I bring only the junk. So the liver packs it up, and if it is too much of fats, if it is too much of sugar, it converts the sugar and fats into the fats and cholesterol and deposits it inside the liver. So it becomes fatty. So the fatty liver is causing so many issues of the heart, of the blood, of the cholesterol, causing so many metabolic diseases. So always monitor your obesity, always stay fit, always exercise. Okay, next, please. So first was our diet, and now second is our lifestyle. So this is the lifestyle. I can see the person just with a very smooth mountain over his stomach, and he is just looking at the laptop with the earphones. Most of the people they are sleeping with their phones. They are just watching the phones. They are just not keeping it away and not able to sleep. Sleep is the best way to reduce blood pressure, and it is actually the best way to heal the cells. It can even lead to cancers if you are not sleeping in time. Basically, we have in our eyes, we are humans. Humans are also just like animals, like mammals. The all the or like birds. So all the birds or the mammals, they have some special sensor in their eyes. They the eyes when the light goes down, the eyes tell to the brain sleep, shut down, shut down, shut down, and the brain sends a hormone to the heart, to the respiratory system, to the digestive system. Shut down, shut down, shut down. So all the shops should be closed. So all the windows should be closed of the digestive system, of the respiratory system should slow down, heart rate should slow down. This is how it works with the animal kingdom, even now, because they are not having laptops, they are not having any mobile phones. But humans, what we do when the light goes out, we just turn on the light, very strong lights. We see mobile phones, we are watching TVs, and then we go to the club, to the disco, and dancing in the night, which is the time to sleep. And then we drink alcohol, which is having no nutrients, only and only fire element, only and only something which like a poison. So this sleep, which is the only way to recharge ourselves, the only way to cure our problems from to get rid of the diseases, complicated diseases, not only blood pressure, but also cholesterol and other autoimmune and even cancers also, because sleep is healing. So no sleep, just watch the birds and the animals. Their sleep time is when the sun goes down, they go to bed. When the sun comes out, they get up. So this is how it works. This is how nature tells us. We should learn from birds and animals how to live, how to sleep, when to sleep. And next slide, yes. So sedentary lifestyle, when there is too much kapha. Kapha is earth and water. As I told you, our universe is made up of five elements. Our bodies are made up of five elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. So these five elements, they are represented by vata, pitta, and kapha. These are the three energies which are representing these five elements of the universe. So when the kapha is heavy, it is having earth and water. So heavy, cheesy, and greasy food is also having too much kapha. So anything spicy food is too much fire, too much pitta, or light food like salads, too much vata, air and space. So all the food is also having five elements. If you are eating too much kapha food, then you are increasing the kapha energy in your body. So kapha energy means slowness, dullness, calmness, and happiness also. So you are slowing down your metabolism, accumulating too much of fat, and then you are not exercising, and then all the channels. There are not only these arteries and veins which are described in Ayurveda. There are different type, at least 13 different type of uh, channels. There are different channels which are uh, controlling, which are useful in managing the flow of the energies. These vata, pitta, kapha. So these channels, they start to get blocked whenever there is dhatva agni means the fire, the metabolic fire. Whenever the fire or the digestive system fire gets slowed down, then the metabolism gets slowed down. The food is not being cooked. Whatever we eat, it is not getting cooked. It is not getting digested. There are undigested, uh, I would say, intermittent molecules which are circulating in the blood, and they are causing the autoimmune disorder. They are causing the blockage in the arteries. They are causing the damage inside the arteries, the cholesterol increase, the blood pressure, and all these diseases. Next, please. Okay, so first was diet, then is lifestyle, then there is thoughts. So nobody thinks about the thoughts, how they can affect. If I say, for example, if I say, Alexander, you are a very bad person, what Alexander will think? No, I'm not a very bad person. No, you are the worst person. Then he will get angry on me. No, or similarly, Alexander's thoughts or the mind or the artist, they are getting controlled by me, my words. So similarly, in your family also, there must be people around you who are just telling you, you are this, you are that. They are blaming and complaining. There are three type of people. Some people are very casual. Some people are blaming. Some people are very having accountability. A, B, and C. Three type of people around you. Accountable, which are very responsible people. A for accountable, B for blaming and complaining. We're all the time blaming on you with negativity. Three is casual. They don't care. They are happy in their own. So if that affects you, other people's blames and their complaints and their thoughts, they affect your thoughts. That means you are getting controlled by others. So you should not be. Your inner peace should not be affected by somebody's blame, somebody's thoughts, somebody's way of thinking. If somebody says you are like this, for example, if I give you a red flower and ask you whether you like this red flower or not, somebody would say, no, no, red, I don't like red because it is red. But I say it is red, I like it. So my opinion is different. I like it. Your opinion is different. You don't like it. So you don't care about people's opinion. It's okay. If it is your family, you should care about their feelings, but not worry too much, not think too much. Sometimes we are, due to anxiety and fear and phobias and such overthinking and negative thoughts, we are not sleeping. And that is also the root cause of blood pressure and such issues. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yes. So, too much indulgence in negative thoughts will lead to production of stress hormones. Whenever you are thinking too much negative thinking, what happens? The pituitary gland in our brain, it is sending signal to the corticosteroid, cortical cortex, adrenal and cortex in the kidneys. So the cortex of the kidneys releases the adrenal glands of the kidneys. They release the cortisol and the adrenaline. These two are the stress hormones. So it is whenever you are in a stressful situation. For example, if a lion comes in front of you, God made a mechanism of stress. God made a mechanism of releasing of cortisol and adrenaline for a purpose. The purpose was to fight or run away. So whenever there is a situation, for example, a lion comes in front of you, you should either prepare for a fight or prepare to run away. You need energy, you need glucose, you need sugar, and cortisol. It squeezes the muscles, it squeezes the fat, the liver, and asks the liver to convert the glycogen or the stored sugar in muscles to release in the blood so that it can be used. So cortisol helps to increase the sugar, and adrenaline, it helps to increase the pressure in the arteries. So once the pressure is high, you get a lot of blood everywhere in your body, so that you can run or you can fight. Your muscles can have enough nutrition, and muscle can have enough oxygen. Muscles can have enough nutrition, so that you are prepared for the fight. But what is happening now? This was a natural mechanism, but what is happening now, because of stress, because of anxiety, because of fear? When the lion came, you were in fear. Now the fear is permanent. Now the lion is staying there in your life permanently. For example, you think your husband is a lion, or you think your wife is a lion, or you think your business partner is a lion. So the children, they think that the exam is a lion for them. So career is the line for them. The job is the boss is the line for so many people. So sometimes these such feelings of fear and anger and resentment and keeping emotions inside, that also leads to uh, chronic stress. Chronic stress leads to high blood pressure and diabetes. So these are the metabolic diseases. Next, please. Next slide. So very basic things, and but very true. And now there is your own behavior, how you behave, how you respond, what is your emotional quotient. Nowadays the focus is not on IQ is intelligent quotient, how many mathematical situation, how quickly you can solve. That is aptitude test or the intelligence quotient. But many intelligent people, so called intelligent people, their emotional intelligence is zero. They get too much angry, they fight, they quarrel, they agree, they have a lot of arguments. So this is mainly affecting other people around them also. So emotional quotient or the emotional intelligence, this should be very, very high. So exercise, practice to be calm, meditate. Next, please. So how this anger and these frustration, they come again whenever you are not having a system to check your hormones. Whenever you see a situation is there in life, and immediately you release your hormones, and then you start talking, start yelling, start, your anger is very high because your adrenaline is high, and then you get lost in your emotions. Next, please. So this leads to blood pressure and formation of this cholesterol.
Actually, this
Next.
small pause between the slides is very good for our translator to catch the breath and slowing down a bit.
All right.
Yes.
So as we were discussing, due to poor diet and lifestyle and behavior and your thoughts, the fire element in our body, or also known as pitta, it gets imbalanced. So whenever there is imbalance of vata, pitta, and kapha, then there is formation of diseases. So in blood pressure, the imbalance is mainly because of vata and pitta, and this aggravated pitta leads to hypertension. Next, please. And what are the symptoms of blood pressure? Mainly headache, heat. Whenever you touch your body, you feel heat and sweating. These are the symptoms of pitta. Redness on your face, dizziness. Sometimes there is also, whenever there is too much blood pressure, it can also cause bleeding, difficulty to breathe, and also nose bleeding. So that is also, these are the symptoms. Whenever you are able to identify pitta or the fire in somebody in front of you, then you will be able to know whether he is a patient of blood pressure or not. Ayurveda gives us a very great insight how to look at the person. Just by looking at the person, we can see whether the person is having too much of fire, too much of earth, too much of water, and combination of vata, pitta, or kapha. So this is called prakriti analysis. We analyze the person just by looking at him, and we can find out the diseases he is suffering from, and the diseases he might be suffering in future, or he was suffering in the past. So this constitution is very essential part of Ayurveda practice, and I just diagnose many times just by looking at the person, just by seeing the prakriti, and we can solve many big issues just by following Ayurvedic principles. Next, please. So the another symptoms are difficulty in seeing. Whenever the arteries, small arteries, they are having too much pressure behind the eyes, the vision is blurred. There is anxiety and numbness and weakness in the body. That is also cause of symptoms of blood pressure. Next, please. Next slide, please. So now coming to cholesterol. So there are different type of cholesterols, low density lipoprotein. In fact, this is not a fat molecule. These are lipoproteins. These LDL and VLDL and HDL. Nowadays, when we go for lipid profile, they check the total cholesterol, they check the triglycerides, and they also check the LDL, VLDL, and HDL. So these LDL, VLDL, and HDL, these are proteins. And cholesterol and triglycerides, they are lipids. So these are the carrying molecules. When they carry the cholesterol, these low density lipoproteins, they are carrying cholesterol. They are small cars. You can imagine small car, big car, and bigger car. So there is LDL, known as bad cholesterol. It also blocks arteries, and very high levels they increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. Next, HDL is also called good cholesterol. From H, you remember H for high density and H for happy. So it is happy cholesterol. So it is also indicator of happiness. So if you are happy, your HDL will be happy. Your HDL will be high. It is also a transport vehicle to carry the cholesterol from blood to the liver. So it is also a protein molecule. It can carry more cholesterol from the blood to the liver. So it is also reducing the risk of heart problems or the blockages. So VLDL is another small protein molecule. It also sometimes causing the blockages of the arteries. Next, please. Next slide, please. So these are the fat molecules, actually fat molecules. Whenever their levels they rise, especially in women, it is very dangerous. So the normal level of cholesterol is 200 in the blood, but if it is above 250, it becomes very dangerous, and above 300 is very dangerous. Above 300, it should be immediately addressed. Next, please. So these are the readings. Most people they know 120 to 80 is systolic, and there are two types of blood pressure: systolic and diastolic. Systolic pressure is when the heart is pumping, the force by which the heart is pumping the blood all over the body. And diastolic is when the body is pumping the blood to the heart. So when heart is resting, means it is relaxed, then it is 80 mm of Hg. When it is pushing, it is 120 mm of Hg. So these are different stages. 120 to 80 is normal. Anything above 120 to 80 is not good. So you can keep it at 120 to 80. Even if you are suffering from blood pressure, slowly you will make some changes in your lifestyle and then you can bring it down to 120, 80. It is possible. Next, please. Also, the lipid profile, the cholesterol should be less than 200 or 205 or 10 is the limit, not more than that. Next, please. So, as I told you, anything which is growing on the trees, which is coming from the soil, that is good for your body. Don't eat anything which is coming from the factories, coming from the industries. So, what to take? All easy to digest meals, all salads which are light, full of nitrates. These broccolis and asparagus and these greens, they are full of nitrates. They convert into the nitric oxide. There is a gas, another gas other than oxygen and carbon dioxide. You know oxygen, you know carbon dioxide, but you don't know nitric oxide. So nitric oxide is another gas which is released inside the arteries by the inner cells of the arteries. So this nitric oxide is a gas which is released by the inner cells of the arteries. Whenever there is a release of this nitric oxide, the arteries immediately dilate, immediately relax. So whenever they relax, the blood pressure come down. So how this nitric oxide is made? By the greens, by the berries, by the cherries, by the reds, all the colorful fruits and colorful berries, natural food. Next, please. So here is wonderful uh, remedy which can help to reduce the blood pressure immediately. If you follow this remedy for 1 month, you will definitely see the difference. Even within 7 days, you will start seeing. So take anything green. Learn from the animals. They eat only grass. So go back, please. I want to show the previous slide. Green juice. So every morning, just go back one slide. Go back. Every morning, early morning, take green juice. This small cup is enough. Just take some coriander leaves, some mint leaves, some spinach, basil, or wheat grass. You can grow your own wheat grass, some other grass, whatever out of these greens, whatever you get. Or you can also add some spirulina if you have. We also have some products, supplements made from spirulina and other greens. So green essentials is there. You can open up green essential and put in the coriander leaves, use these green essential capsules. So drink the greens every day. Next, please. 6 o'clock in the morning or only 20 ml to 50 ml is enough. Greens. And then in the evening, about 4 to 5 p.m., you take red juice. Put some beets, apples, carrots, pomegranate. Add some rose petals if you have, or red grapes. So this is red juice. So I call them green bomb, red bomb. Recently I gave the interview because green bomb is something is like a blast of antioxidants, blast of nutrients, blast of vitamins in your body. So it is so rich in vitamins and nutrition. It is so rich in nitric oxide. It is so rich in nitrates, which leads to formation of nitric oxide in the arteries. So it immediately reduces the blood pressure, these two juices. Next, please. Next slide. Yes. Morning walk, at least 30 minutes. Go for at least 10,000 steps every day. Because once the muscles they warm up, they burn the liver burns the glucose extra fat, and then you lose weight. And also deep breathing exercise, pranayam, or breathing exercise from the nose. Just these nostrils, they have special mechanosensitive receptors in the epithelial lining of the or the inner lining of the muscle of the nose. Whenever you are sitting in a calm posture, just take a deep breath. This is called full breathing or Bastrika pranayam. These are the yogic exercises. You can also do Om chanting. I saw few patients in Europe, and they were really suffering from blood pressure. And whenever I see blood pressure, I tell them to practice Om chanting. So Om is like breathing through nostril, air resonates into your sinuses, make a sound, humming bee sound, and when the resonance vibrates, it's a sound of the universe. It is also called sound of the universe. So this humming bee sound you make like Om. It is massage of your brain, massage of your cerebrum. So when you take body massage, your muscles they relax. When you do this Om chanting, your brain relaxes. So you should practice this 1 hour every day. These all breathing techniques. Go to some yoga center, learn how to do this, or just watch YouTube channel for some time only for yoga how to do it. Not too much YouTube. And these are the supplements which I have prepared. This Arjuna, very rich in natural coenzyme Q10, and also full of such uh, micronutrients, good for heart, good for arteries. This Google lipid, Google is a tree. The resin from the tree is very good to help in losing the weight, help in reducing the cholesterol, help in reducing the weight, the fat from the from the body. Triphala. Three means three. Phala means fruits. So these three fruits, nature's abundant source of natural vitamin C. This vitamin C source is amlaki. So haritaki, amlaki, bibitaki. These three fruits are there. So one amla is having vitamin C equal to 30 oranges. So too much of vitamin C is there. It is anti-aging, it is anti-blood pressure, it is good for constipation, it's good for dryness, good for lack of energy. So all these combination I'm giving to my patients who are suffering from cholesterol or high blood pressure. Next, please.
In 5 minutes, we need to go to the questions and answers, please.
Just I think 2 minutes. I will take 3 minutes. Next, please. So next, I explained already these three. So don't lose heart, just lose cigarettes, lose junk food, loosen up and move. That's the message I want to give to you. Next, please. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
This is for a presentation of Dr. Vikram. We can applaud on our rooms, houses, or outside.
Yes.
The recording of this presentation will be available soon on the YouTube channel in both versions, in English and in Russian. So now, again, I'm encourage our participants to write the questions in the chat in this Zoom conference. But we already have a few, Doctor. So
Okay.
one of our colleague from Cyprus Island. Actually, this question I'm facing also a lot in my practice. So why is the cholesterol is high for vegetarians who lead the healthy lifestyle? The phenomena has been confirmed a few clinical doctors and he talked about. So they do not have logical explanation and told to ignore it. They see this phenomena in the practice. What is your opinion about that?
Why the cholesterol is high in vegetarians?
Yes, and should we ignore it or face it anyways?
The brain needs cholesterol, right? The brain is made from cholesterol. Our body needs cholesterol. So the cholesterol is prepared by liver. So whenever we are not eating enough cholesterol, not eating enough, then what happens? The liver starts to make from own body cholesterol to supply to the brain. The cholesterol increases. So when we check in the blood, so it is a uh, very much very well studied theory in recent times. Many doctors they are recommending ghee. Why we are in Ayurveda recommending ghee to people? So ghee is cholesterol. It's oily, natural ghee, not junk. So not refined oil. So when we give ghee, cow ghee especially, the cholesterol requirement is fulfilled, and then the liver is not making too much of cholesterol, and the cholesterol levels come down, especially in the vegetarians. So that's why nowadays the doctors they are recommending ghee also. So almond oil can be taken. Just take 1 tablespoonful of almond oil every night, or flaxseed oil every night. When the lack of oils is there, omega 369 oils, if the lack of oil is there, then you will have high cholesterol also, because the high cholesterol is false high cholesterol. It is coming from your own body. The body needs it. That's why it is showing up high. It is not high. It is actually no. It is actually low. So the brain is needing that. That's why it is high.
So you meaning that the high meaning low in this case?
Yes, yes. In this case, it is not high. It is the deficiency. The body is preparing the cholesterol. The liver is preparing the cholesterol from the fats, remaining fats of the body, and preparing cholesterol for the brain. Brain needs cholesterol all the time. So whenever you give uh, ghee or these oils, omega 3s to the body, the cholesterol levels will definitely fall, especially in the vegetarians. I am not recommending dairy. I'm not recommending these cheese or these milk products to my patients. So vegan is still better, because nowadays milk and milk products they have changed a lot. So no animals are drinking dairy, no animals are consuming cheese. No animals are consuming these um, milk products. They are still living on grass. So it is okay. You will not have any cholesterol deficiency if you eat. If you eat, take some oils, almond oils.
Okay, thank you for that. And then our
Yes.
question is from our participant from Latvia, from Cynthia. And actually, this question I also faced a lot. Is it harmful if blood pressure is very low? What should be done in this case?
Very low blood pressure is also because of too much of uh, stress and anxiety and lack of metabolic fire. Not too much of uh, nutrition. When the lack of nutrition is there, the blood pressure also goes down, and metabolic fire is down. That is also cause of low blood pressure. I'm talking about the physiological low blood pressure. So, if it is physiologically low, then you can eat some heating food described, which are increasing little bit of pitta, like nuts, the cashews or the almonds, and the pistachios. They can increase the blood pressure. Shilajit is there, which is full of natural micro minerals, can be consumed. Lack of vitamins and nutrition in the body can also cause low blood pressure, and and fear of the future can also cause low blood pressure and weakness. So this is also a cause. So you can solve it by, people try to solve it by drinking some coffee. That is a temporary solution, not a permanent one. So again, the nuts and shilajit, these are the, or hyper or activity, exercising. These are the solution. Or nutrition, proper nutrition. You start, all the answers are can be solved. All the questions can be solved by green juice and red juice. Because I'm practicing from 25 years. I'm solving very complicated disorders with this green juice and red juice. It will help. You can add some ginger also when you are having low blood pressure. Put some ginger and turmeric, fresh ginger and fresh turmeric inside that uh, green juice or red juice. The blood pressure will get normalized.
Yes, what
Next
I
question,
need
please.
to mention that all these products that Dr. Vikram mentioned during his answers, they usually available from Planet Ayurveda catalog on our websites in different countries, Planet Ayurveda LV or from another locations. So this Omega 369, Shilajit, Amlaki, Arjuna, and so on, so on. So in our geographical transit for us, and now question from Sweden, from our colleague Stina. Thanks for the wonderful seminar. What if a client takes medicine for high blood pressure? Is it possible to combine with herbs you recommended?
Yes, it is very much possible. I'm glad to see Stina here because I have met her personally also. So it's good. I'm glad to see so many other people also. I would love to meet them personally too. But so the question is whether we can combine these modern drugs with Ayurvedic herbs or not. Yes, we can definitely combine because modern drugs, there are only four or five categories. A for A for ACE inhibitors, B for beta blocker, C for calcium channel blocker, D for diuretic, and E for these sleeping pills. So these all these beta blockers and calcium channel blocker, diuretics and ACE inhibitors, they are having different mechanism of action, but no class of drugs is addressing the real cause. No class of drug is calming down the adrenaline or the cortisol or the anxiety or fear or stress or the chemicals which are involved in increase in blood pressure. So Ayurveda, such herbs like Arjuna or green juice or red juice, which I am telling you is available in every home. So it is producing nitric oxide naturally. the gas inside the arteries, which is releasing, which is calming down the pipes. So that is the best method. It is giving nutrition, vitamins, and minerals, and also addressing the root cause of the blood pressure. You can use these herbs. They are. Yeah, we also have a product called Brahmi. Brahmi is very calming for the mind, for anybody having stress, anxiety, fears, and restlessness or insomnia, sleeplessness. Brahmi works 100% for everybody. Whenever I give Brahmi to a woman, the husband says it is working. And whenever I give to the husband, the woman says it is working because it affects the thinking process, learning process, anger, and all such issues, irritability, temperament. It controls, calms down the person naturally without any side effects. So it can be used. All these herbs can be used along with the yoga, pranayama, breathing exercises, as well as these green juice and red juice.
I like and remember this line as you taught me back in India about the Brahmi. Happy wife, happy life.
happy, happy wife, happy life. Very true.
Yeah, it was about the Brahmi.
So,
Yeah, so another
yes, yes, that's
question from Maxim. And actually, again, it's very
right.
common question. If the
Yes.
person has the issues with the heart, what we can suggest to thin the blood, not the chemical one, the blood thinner.
This Google, yes, this turmeric. If you want a home remedy, if you want me to tell you a home remedy, you can just take root of that, buy some roots of that turmeric herb, the turmeric roots. You can just cut them and take small piece, like 1 centimeter of rhizome, just 1 centimeter of root, just chew it. That is a very good blood thinner. Another herb is garlic. Just chew it, one small piece of garlic. Or another herb is ginger. So all three herbs, and another one is black pepper. So these three or four herbs, if you take every day, it is helping to keep the blood thin. And from these Ayurvedic herbs, which I told you, gugu lipid is also blood thinner. It is not thinning the blood too much, but it is a blood thinner. And if you are using gugu lipid, you can reduce the dosage of these atorvastatins or aspirins slowly and slowly after using them for 1 month or 2 months. So even with turmeric also, it is advised when you are using turmeric, because turmeric is also a very strong blood thinner. So you reduce the dosage of statins or aspirin. So, so you can check how to reduce slowly and slowly.
An interesting input from our colleague, the Dr. Pavel Naumov, that he was taught back in the medical school by the Professor Ilmash Lazarevsky that there is not such thing as the high pressure. Maybe to use this calculation formula, you take your age plus 100. So in the age of 60, if you have 160 to 80, is it good? Is it normal? Is it working, this formula?
We were also taught the same formula in our medical schools when we were studying, and nowadays the definition of health has changed a lot. This formula is not true. Many people they take it normal. I am 60 year of age, so my blood pressure 160 by 95 or 160 by 100 is normal because I am aging. No, I have seen many individuals who are aged and they have normal 120/80. So it is possible to maintain the elasticity. Whenever you are losing the elasticity of your arteries, then you start to have higher blood pressure, and with age you lose elasticity. And doctors around the world or medical schools around the world, they are training their doctors, the students, that it is normal. But in practical life, it is very much possible to keep it 120/80 just by doing these simple things, maintaining the normal weight, maintaining, doing regular physical exercises, doing regular breathing exercises, generating enough nitric oxide in your arteries. After the age of 40 or 45, the nitric oxide in our arteries, it gets reduced, and so many ways it is produced in our body, they are all reduced to half. So, so that's why we need to supplement with what? Not with the pills, just with this green juice and red juice, which are having sufficient nitrates. So don't consume too much of quantity. 50 ml to 100 ml per day of green juice and red juice is sufficient enough to bring back the elasticity. And these omega 3s are also very good to bring back the elasticity. And these breathing exercises are very good to bring back the elasticity as well as generate the nitric oxide in the arteries. So these are the methods which can help a lot. And meditation, of course.
Right. And now in our geographical transition, now we're going to the Belarus from our colleague in Belarus, and this is sensitive topic about the milk and milk products for the kids. Should they continue to use them, or should they be replaced? Kids is 6 and 11 years old.
If they are doing exercise, too much exercise, if they are running, if they are playing, then they can be given milk products. Ayurveda is not against milk products. Ayurveda has explained the benefits and properties. In fact, not benefit but properties of milk and all other milk products. So all Ayurveda is not so much against milk, and it has explained milk of different animals, human milk, cow milk, buffalo milk, milk of the camel, milk of the goat, milk of the sheep, milk of the woman, milk of the elephant. So milk of I think camel also and other animals. So Ayurveda has explained milk of every mammal. It is it depends how much you use. Everything in moderation is fine. If you are consuming too much of milk, it's really bad. It has a lot of uh, cholesterol, fats, and lot of proteins also. So if it is natural, but nowadays people are emphasizing not to drink milk because of too much use of pesticide in the feed of the animals, of the cows. So the cows, they are also injected with a lot of vaccines as well as antibiotics. So that is also another risk factor. So if your kids are getting pure milk and they are running and they are exercising, no issue. You can give in moderate quantity or small quantity. So, but don't worry about their height or about their strength. Even if they don't drink milk, they will get all their calcium, all their energy from the greens, like other animals are getting, like cows and like other vegetarian animals are getting from the grasses. So all the greens, they are rich in calcium. All the nuts, they are rich in calcium. So you just need vitamin D to metabolize calcium. You just need to exercise to so that your bones can extract calcium. So if your vitamin D is there, the calcium is there, the vitamin D will carry the calcium to the bones. Vitamin D will carry the other molecules to your immunity, to boost your immunity. So all these things, they matter, not only the milk. So everything in moderation is okay. I'm not against, very much against milk, but we should be aware that it is having a lot of these antibiotics nowadays.
Oh, the source of the milk is important. Okay.
Yes.
Now we travel to Germany. Our colleague Svetlana Yurt asking about ashwagandha, actually also popular question. Is it ashwagandha increase the blood pressure?
Uh, in some pitta people, it can. I have observed in some people who are too much pitta, it is increasing. But to vata people, it is a blessing. So most of the people they are having lot of vata. So but and the blood pressure is mainly due to vata. So it causes decrease in the blood pressure. But if somebody is purely pitta and consuming alcohol with ashwagandha or during those days ashwagandha or too much spicy food, chilies, then it is not normalizing. We need to use some calming, some other herbs like Brahmi or Shankpushpi or Amalaki along with ashwagandha. Then it is not increasing the blood pressure.
What I like then you
So
teach the Ayurvedic thinking because the Europeans, our colleagues and the clients, are usually thinking straightforward. Oh, this only increase. Oh, it's too much decrease. But when you
no, no,
teach
everything.
them to think like this, then you can compensate with something.
Of course, Ayurveda says that we are made up of five elements. We should know ourselves. We should analyze our prakriti, our constitution, which element is more in our body. We have a team of Planet Ayurveda doctors for online consultation. Just go to the website, fix, or the numbers are also displayed. Just fix an appointment. They will analyze your prakriti and they will tell you what food you should eat. Or just go to the website. There is an automatic algorithm, prakriti analysis software. You can click on that software, take some questionnaire, analyze your prakriti on your own, and then you will know what type of person I am, which elements more I have in my body, in my constitution, and then you can make changes in your food, in your lifestyle, in your way of thinking. You will know more about yourself. So, Prakriti analysis is very important in Ayurveda.
Yes, indeed. And regarding these consultations, as Dr. Vikram mentioned, you see on your screens the Indian clinic contact, but also we're providing services locally. If you're in Europe, in Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, Germany, Sweden, Finland, or anywhere else, some other country, so you can use the same number what you are now see in your WhatsApp group, and you can send your request in text form, short one, and for free you will have the recommendation prescription from our team of doctors. Or if you want more in deep, then just apply for this consultation with Indian doctors team, and if necessary, the translation to your language, Russian or Latvian, or else you can also ask for that, but it will be like extra service. And one more question from Germany. What's this difference between omegas 3, 6, and 9? Although we have the product, omega 6, 3, and 9.
These are different type of um fat molecules, natural fat molecules, uh, unsaturated, natural. So they have different roles in metabolism of fats in our body. So they are required in different places. Omega 3 is so basically they are taken together, omega 3, 6, 9 taken collectively because the functions are almost similar. So there is not much difference, only the molecular level they are different or from academic point of view. But practically you don't have to learn their molecular formulas, just take them as the oils to help your maintain your lipid profile.
The next question I cannot skip, although it's anonymous from Zoom user. But if there a chance to replace green juice and red juice with any ready-made supplements from Planet Ayurveda?
Uh, I have made few greens I have made green essential capsules. I have put all the greens extracts so that people who cannot make these green juice, they can use these. And red juice, I have not thought about making capsules of carrots or making capsules of pomegranate or making capsules of beetroot. So, but I would suggest these are available everywhere. These reds are available, greens are not much available. So, green essentials you can use. This coriander is available everywhere, celery or coriander or parsley. So, but green essentials I am recommending to my patients to add. I have serious patients. I am seeing cancer patients also. So whenever I am asking them to prepare green juice to add on, I ask them to open up capsule of this spirulina. We have spirulina also, which is very green, which is also called superfood. We have moringa also, moringa, spirulina, and also these green essentials containing all these amla and other greens. So just open up the capsule, put in the green juice, and they can consume these greens. So full of nitrates, you can see. Other this Arjuna is also very rich in CoQ10. So if you're taking this, it is also working somehow like uh, in, in, uh, metabolite or the intermediary catalyst for improving the cellular respiration system. So it is full of coenzyme Q10, but not. I will think about how to make green powder or red powder, or something which can work more naturally.
And in this regard, actually connected question, if you suggest like three and more products, can they be taken simultaneously?
Yes, these are food supplements or food products. Spirulina is a food which is like planktons. So you can eat spirulina. Amalaki is a fruit, is a berry, small berry. It can be consumed. Arjuna is a tree. Google is a resin. So all these things can be combined together. I have patients, there is a patient, she's 75 years old. She's in Mumbai, at our Mumbai center. She comes every time I go there. And she's consuming around 40 supplements, 40 bottles of different of my supplements, 40,
Oh,
40,
zero, 40.
440, 40 bottles. And she has a list all the time. Her husband is sitting with, she's 75. She's having no ailments, no disease. Everything, all the diseases are gone. And she's asking, I'm cutting down. Whenever I'm there, I'm trying to tell her, don't need to take this, don't need to take this. You are perfectly okay now. Previously, she was having so many issues. So there are people, real people, using these in a big quantity like food. So it's not a problem.
Yes,
Just if you take under guidance of, if you know about the herbs, they are not going to harm you in any way. If you know about the herbs.
yes, and in this regard again, those products can be taken without the dosha test or without the personal contact with the physician, Ayurvedic consultant.
It is better to analyze about your prakriti first. I would suggest that you should know yourself. It is not difficult. It's a very simple test. I wrote a book also on this topic. You have the book in Latvian language. We have in Slovakian, in Polish, in Macedonian, in Portuguese, I think, or Spanish. Yes, you have it there. So in different European languages, this is translated, and I also in Swedish also, and we in Finland also Finnish language. So we are trying to in Russian also. So we are trying to translate this book uh, uh, for different people, and so you can go to the website and just analyze your prakriti and see what God has put in your body to make you so hot. Why you are so hot? You're full of fire. So why you are so full of fire? How much fire is there? How much air is there? How much uh, space or how much earth or water is there in your body naturally? So according to those elements, you are thinking. According to those elements, you are behaving. According to those elements, your body is responding to different food items. One person is allergic to this food, another one is not. So you will have all the answers when you analyze your prakriti, and then on the bottle, every single bottle of Planet Ayurveda product, I have mentioned what it does to your vata, pitta, and kapha. So you can see what is happening to your vata, pitta, and kapha, and then you can balance them. So all the exercises, all the food, all the thoughts, all the yoga asanas, and all the other person behavior, the seasons, they are affecting our vata, pitta, kapha. The day, the night, the food, the thoughts, all these things they affect our energies. So we should know what we are made up of. So we can even plan a online school also if you I just have this and I just got an idea after this thinking while I was talking. So if we have some online school like a course, we can plan it.
Yes, thank you. Then
Yes,
this first seminar is the founding stone of such school of Planet Ayurveda
yes,
well-being.
yes.
And we need to
We
end the
yeah.
our seminar for today. As a plan, 90 minutes. So thank you very much to Lina Voronova, our translator for today for Russian language. And I'm Alexander Lakhtionov, I'm the presenter of the Planet Ayurveda in Baltics, Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia. Thank you very much and see you, I hope, in next month.
Thank you very much for to all the participants.